Yeah, hi all. Welcome to the new session. So in this week, we will be discussing about more about version control tools. We heard about Git version control, GitHub. There are Git and a lot of things are there. So we'll look into what exactly it is. Okay, so this will be an overview session for this version control tool. So I'll go through these definitions, use cases, and its basic concepts. Also, we'll try to cover some history as well. So yeah, let's get started with that. So I'm just starting like what is a version control tool, so what is definition. So basically if we say no, version control system is something like it is like we can be like it's kind of management of changes of documents or computer programs basically. So we are using a lot of documents or we are using some scripts, and also we will keep different versions of that. That's why if we have a system or something that is capable of doing this kind of management, so we can call it as a version control system. So that's what basically it is. So for example, we will have a number or a letter code or something for some version. Let's say v1, v2, v3, like that. Here there is an example called revision 1 and revision 2. So each revision is basically associated with a different timestamp, right? Because version 1 is created yesterday, version 2 is created today, like that. So we can compare that, we can use that with that like for different purposes. So basically that kind of aspect, we can call it as a uh, version control system. So let me quickly jump into the use case, one of the use case. So it is keeping an history. So basically what happens when a software, an article that is recorded, so from the beginning itself, there may be a chance we need to revert it back to the previous version. For example, some of the products is releasing their latest version and they face some issues, they need to roll back. So like a revert back, right? So we'll call it as a rollback. So that we need to do. So in that case, actually, we need a history of that. Otherwise, we can't do that, right? Because if we have one version 1 and then we are moving to version 2, like if we don't have that v1 version 1 in place in history, otherwise we can't go from version, we can't go back to version from version 2 from version 1, right? So sorry, we can't go back to version 1 from version 2. So it will like include all the details, like when it was done, who wrote it, or who changed it, what all changes made, in which context is made. So all these things are coming into that. So basically that is the use case behind this keeping a history. So it is very much relevant because it will give us all the activities or the history that is related to that use case, or that particular version control system. So, and also there is another use case like, for example, currently myself and you or anyone is working. So if more than some guys, like let's say for 3 or 4 people is working together as a team, then there will be like sharing kind of things happen, right? Maybe I'm, let's say in the last session also, we have created some configuration files, Terraform configuration files, we have created a lot of resources. So I can, let's say I can create VNet. You can create, let's say you can create some virtual machines or app services. Someone other can create the databases. So we can share those files across our team so that collaboratively they can work, and we can make the changes by the usage itself. So it will help us to like overreturn, like it will help us to avoid some kind of overreturn and all. So for example, like it will not say like, okay, this guy did that, I did not did that. So there may be some allegations happen, right? So it will remove that kind of scenarios. So collaboratively a team can work, so everyone can contribute, so everything will be like merge accordingly as per the commit. We will call it as the saving process is called commit. So whenever we are doing that, we can complete that activity as well. So everything will be tracked. And there is another, that is what I am coming into branching. Branching means basically we will, yeah, let's consider a tree. There are a lot of branches, right? So we'll be getting like according to that tree, we will have maybe there will be branches, like there will be leaves, fruits, or maybe birds with their nest. A lot of things may happen, right? So similarly, in version control system, there will be a main branch. Okay, so like the stem and kind of thing. So there will be a main branch. So that will be the main branch that we will use for deployment. And there will be some maintenance branch. It is basically for what? Some kind of fixes, because there may be some issues happen, bugs or something. We can fix it with that, in that with the use of that. And there will be some development branch, which is making the development team. Software development team will be ideally working on that branch. Also, there will be a release branch. Release branch is something like it will be used only for new releases. For example, our WhatsApp or Facebook, whatever the products we have, if we are releasing a new product, sorry, new version, then only that release branch will work. Okay, so each branches are used for their own dedicated purposes. So it's a like, you know, it's a strategy that we will be adopting whenever we are using some kind of repository center. So it will basically, this version control system can handle multiple branches. So that's what they are giving us. Okay, so that is an overview that we will get it from there. So in version control systems, there will be multiple branches happening. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions or any queries as of now? Just ask. Okay, I can give you some explanations as well. This is basically a developer's, we can call it as castle, but uh, as a DevOps engineer or as a cloud engineer, we need some more information on that, because you know we are creating some Terraform files, right? We need to store it
Yes.
somewhere. So let's say either we will store it in Azure repos or maybe in some other repos. If we are storing somewhere like that in any repositories, we can use this kind of branching technologies. Okay, even if you join some another company, there will be a lot of branches. So you will be wondered, okay, what all these branches exactly? Actually, there are a dedicated like utility or dedicated action needs to be performed with that branch. That's why that branch is there. Otherwise, it will not. There will not be a branch. Okay, and every company, every organization will have a branching strategy as well. I hope you got my point.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, yeah, wonderful. So there is another use cases. It is basically like you know, it is we will have a third party contributors as well. So it is for like it will give some visibility. Basically, this is not much needed. So I am not like giving you much more details, but like it's been like just to understand that there will be high level entities, management entities, or maybe third parties coming in. So they may need just to see what is happening there, no? Or maybe it will help us. So someone comes in with a, like for example, we have one application and we do have a specific technology there. We don't have much experience on that, expertise on that. So someone from outside or a vendor or someone comes in, so they can like do the changes, they can submit it and they can leave. So that kind of scenario can be also adopted in this version control system. Okay, we'll call it as forking kind of thing can be there too, and we can merging it like that. So we'll call it as forking, merging and all. Okay. So the scaling is another use case. We don't need to go through there. Okay. So basically, if we say a repository these are the history of the illustration. Okay, sorry, history of that project. Each dot represent previous commits, which means the timestamp of when what we saved here. Okay, what we stored here. That's what all these blue dots means, and the yellow one is the latest one. Okay, so see here you can see no revision 1, 13, 14, 15, 16. The latest one is 24. That means we have all the details of revision 12 till 24. If we need to go to any of the revisions, that is possible. That's why that kind of history is keeping. Okay, we will mention this one line as a single branch. Okay, so if there are multiple lines, that means there will be multiple branches. Okay, so each dot means each revisions, means each each changes that we did. There may be some smaller changes or major changes, anyways, that change. And when we commit it, it will act as a new revision, and it is depicted here as a blue and yellow. Okay.
Yes.
Next is like, see, yeah, as I already said, you can call it as yellow as head because that is the latest one. So newer version will be in the upside and the older version will be in the downside. And you can also associate some tags as well. So when we use some releases, right, in some time, because for each development or each changes, there will not be any releases. Releases means new version app. We are getting updates on applications, right? Facebook, WhatsApp, all we are getting updates. So that kind of update is happening not in every commits, but in a certain time. Version 1, version 2. So we will tag it like that. So release, we can understand that, okay, when that release comes in. Release means that new update. That's it. Okay. So, okay, version happened this time, version 1.1 happened this time. Like that, we can easily tag it. Also, you can see now there are different branches. You can see one master named branch, which is the main branch. And you can see from version 1.0, one branch came in. We will call it as version 1.0.x, which means it's a minor branch. Okay. So there may have some different kind of files and all, maybe some kind of independency or something will be there. So like this, branches can be created. So master is the one branch and the other one is version 1.0.x. That's another branch here we have. Okay. So here, how many branches we have? 2 branches. Okay. Let's see. So as I said, no, this is the main branch. And no, I said, no, this is the maintenance branch that we will use. So we will take one branch from there, we will fix it and all things. Once everything, any issues and all things are completed, what happens is we will call it as a feature branch. Okay, there is like another methodology called feature branch. Feature branch is basically for some kind of changes we need, and normally we will call it as whenever we are changing or we are working on some new feature, we will call it as a feature branch. Okay, so that's also one concept. And once, see, do you follow the feature? Here we only have one main branch. Then we just found out, like we just find some bug issues. So we have used another branch. Once that bug is fixed, we will call it as a feature one. Once it is a feature, we will merge it to the main, which means the master. Okay. So that merging happened. And when the new feature is ready, it will be merged back. So we will get in master, we will get the latest update. Before this step, master is different, new feature is different. Okay. Once we have this merge happened, then this master 1.2 has all those details. Okay, got it?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, it is like similarly the release branch is working. Like once we have that for release branch, like we will create one branch and then we will use this for releases. So um, if we have 1.1.x here, master branch get some more commits, like we change some more changes, but it is still 2. Once we found, okay, new release is ready and it is released, then the merge happens. So the master will have the updated code. Okay. So that is these all things are other aspects. So yeah, basically that's the flow that you need to understand actually. So from like if we have a repository, we can copy that repository and we can edit that. So it can be done. Once it is editing, we can commit it. That means it will have one new version. Like it will have the latest commit. Did you get that? See, this is a normal branch. Once we need to edit, we will check out it. Checkout means we will copy it to our local system. We will edit it. We will make some changes. Once it is changed, we will commit it. So what happened? There is one more like new revision released, right? So the head will be changed. See, the yellow color comes up, right, from the downside, right? So this is how new version is releasing. Okay, new versions are happening like this. So once that commit is done, then what happens? The head also changes, right? So this is how we will work. Okay, I hope you got that flow. Okay.
Yes, but this is for the changing for the latest version, right? But what if you want to go back to the older version?
Yeah, there are commands for that. For that, actually, we can undo the latest commit. For example, let's say here, now we are here. Okay, let's say we are here. From here, let's say if I need to do the commit, like I need to undo the commit, there is one command to undo the commit. So that will do what? It will remove the latest commit and it will point out the current head. There are commands for that. Okay, these are the
Okay.
pictorial representations only. So once you have updated one, like taking a copy, editing it, committing it, so new head will come. If I think, okay, I need to redo it. So there is one command to revoke that commit. So if we do that, then the head will be changed and the master will be the old one. Head will be the old one. Okay, like that. Got it?
Okay. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, actually, that is the one that we have mentioned. Feature when these all things we covered, branches, tags, everything. Oh, sorry, I'm going backwards. Yeah, that's the thing. Like these are just like explanation. So basically, what we will store, like we will be storing different kind of files, Java, text, Terraform, Ansible, lot of files, README, images, lot of things we can store there. Whatever we have, we can store there. Every files, documents we can store there. Okay. So yeah, it's all about this concept. So it is like I just wanted to talk to you about what is a version control and what's the benefit. So if you got it, yeah, all good. So whenever you are getting some kind of repository, something somewhere, make sure that okay, you see multiple branches over there. So just understand that okay, this is the branches that we have. There will be dedicated duties for different branches and dedicated purposes also. Okay, so that's it on this. I'll share this. I'll share this document with you. Once I am done with that, I'll share that repo with you so that you will get all those details from there. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay. 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 Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Sonia.